Hey my friends, I thought I'd come on here doing a kit share while I give you guys a life update. I know I've been absent these past couple weeks. So much has been going on. Honestly, I'm so exhausted. But I kind of wanted to share with you guys what's been going on, why I haven't been making videos, all while I'm showing a kit, because that's all I could do right now. You're probably going, what do you mean, Desiree? I'll get to that one. I will get to that. All right, let's just first start off with, like I said, I'm sharing you this new Studio Calico August kit, and I'm just going to slowly show you guys, not go into any details about it, so that way you guys can hear about my life update. All right, so a couple weeks before school started, my husband got a position with his company. It's a different position, and basically he had to switch shifts. He has always been helping me out with the kids in the morning time, and before that the kids were both at one school. I was able to drop them off a little early, but they were together, and basically get to my job at 8 o'clock, and their start time was 8:30. Well, now my son is in high school, and he both start times are at 8:30. My start time is at 8. I would have had to drop off my daughter about an hour and a half early, because just imagine, for example, that I live here and I got to drive over here to drop off my daughter, and then I got to drop my son, and then my job is right here. Okay, so it's almost like kind of like a square. Just to give you some perspective, I don't leave my town, and I drive about 100 miles a day. There's been a few times where it's 125. That's how many trips of going everywhere, because they're involved in all their activities. I like to keep them busy, and they want to be busy because they get bored, so they don't mind doing all those things. And anyways, I could not make it back at my job at 8 o'clock without dropping my daughter off an hour and a half early. And there's already been an incident with a guy in a car, and where her school's at is a kind of rural area, and nobody would be at that school because it's so small, an hour and a half before it starts. I couldn't risk that. And so there was obviously a lot of stress on my husband and I. We were just going, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? So I reached out to the district office and I said, there's no way I can start. Is there any way I can come in a little bit later? Well, the answer was no. And they told me that right before school starts, like literally the day before. I had to actually reach out to them because nobody ever got back to me. So anyways, I was like, okay, that's not going to work. I cannot do that. So I reached back out again, told them my situation, like, look, because they were probably wondering, like, well, why was she able to do it before, not now? And so I told them the scenario about my husband, and that was the only reason why. And they said, Desiree, we can't change your contract times, but you can definitely voluntarily step down on your hours. And so you'll have a new position. And so that's what I did. I stepped down and basically lost half my pay, and I'm working half the hours. So I'm only working now 3 hours, which seems really great. Like, oh my gosh, Desiree, you could scrapbook. Yes and no, but when I get off work, it's like I have lunch, and then I go start, doing stuff around the house and kind of picking up and doing laundry and all that stuff. So, that has been keeping me busy. And then of course my daughter was getting out early, so that was another reason. The first week of school she gets out really early, and I would normally be at work, so that was kind of a plus. So I said, okay, that will have to do, and that's what I've done. So it's worked out great so far, except for the paycheck. The financial part of it, I know that part, because we, as a school, at least here in California, we only get paid once a month, and it's at the very end of the month. And my position, I only get paid 10 months out of the year. So there was that. I did apply for a 6-hour position. That literally, the school I'm working at right now, which is my first assignment where I've been, is right across the street from my son's school. And I let them know, like, there's a position that just opened up too in kinder. I'm going to apply for that. I mean, this is where I need to be, because it just makes it so easy to drop him off and then I hop on over to work. Huge just bonus from it being right there. Anyway, so that's what everything went down. So, you know, my husband getting a new job, me getting a new job, stepping down, lack of pay. It's just been kind of hard. And then, like I said, I had every intention of scrapbooking. I really wanted to, but like I said, I was adjusting to my schedule, even, you know, working only 3 hours. My daughter was doing volleyball, softball. My son's doing track. And then, like I said, softball practice, sometimes I could not get home until 9:30 at night. So busy. And of course, you know, I do come home and then it's like, okay, dinner, everybody eat, and then I got to go, you know, next one. And definitely my husband and I tag team it. We work as a team in order to make this all work. And it keeps us busy, you know, and it keeps the kids busy. So we don't mind it. Plus, it's only going to be for a short period of time, because then they're going to grow up and I won't get to do that stuff anymore. So then, like I said, I had every intention to scrapbook. I was like, I need a scrapbook. So I started printing out stuff. Here's a little preview of things that I started printing out. Was 3 of my favorite, one was a TV show, but 2 of my favorite movies. There's actually one more that I need to include in here, and then a TV show that I like. There's obviously a theme going on. I am such a huge, like, romance. I love romance, and I love mystery. So I printed that out and I got all excited and I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to do the All About Me album. And so I printed out this one of just recently we went to the beach. I was watching my son surf. That's something I love to do. And I kind of noticed the discoloring a little bit was a little off, and I thought, okay, that's okay. It could have been maybe because I kind of brightened up the photo a little bit. Yeah, sorry, I was looking to see through it because I could see markings, which is probably was indicating another reason of what happened next. All right, this was the picture of our Tahoe trip. I printed out a few of them, and I was like, what is going on here? So I go, okay, maybe I could print out another one. And the printer gave an error and basically said that I need to take out the ink cartridge and hold on, this is a wood veneer. I was like, I didn't even think I was gonna get it open. I was gonna like, okay guys, it's just a wood veneer that says August. But basically it gave me an error and it said that I need to take out the ink cartridges and I need to basically kind of unravel or, you know, wind up the ink paper that kind of puts the ink on the photo paper. And I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. And I go to open it. And when I go to open it, I notice it's not, or inject, I should say. When I go to inject the cartridge, it's not injecting. And I was like, huh, that's interesting. Am I doing something wrong? I mean, I've had this thing for many years. Why is it not working? And I go to YouTube, I should say. YouTube, and this guy has the exact same reason of what's going on with my Canon selfie. And I'm watching him. He's now taking everything, like he's trying different things, and then he goes to just basically taking it apart. And he shows exactly the piece that is broken. And he said, unfortunately, there's no replacement for it. At least that he could find in stock. And it was this little tiny piece. And I thought to myself, are you serious right now? I'm missing scrapbooking. I haven't been able to get in my room because of so many changes. And so this was all yesterday, mind you. And so what do? I go and I order another one. I had saved all of my Amazon rewards because I have their credit card that I use anytime I shop with Amazon. And I just bought one and it is going to be here by Friday. Thank goodness. But yes, I was so bummed because I miss scrapbooking. This has kind of been my outlet. Oh, and I didn't even tell you what else I'm also doing. Yeah, I'm also going back to school because, as you guys all know, I have deteriorating hearing. So a lot of things I don't catch, especially if someone's back is to me. Sometimes like when I'm in a classroom, if their back is to me and they've got a low voice, I don't hear that. I don't pick up. I might get 1 or 2 words out of there, and I'm trying to piece it together without people having to repeat. But I do have deteriorating hearing loss that is definitely, as the years have gone by since I was 38. They thought it was a tumor. I did the MRI. There's actually a tumor that connects to the ear that actually causes this, but that was not the reason. They have no idea why. It's really, it's kind of funny, I guess. To me, it's funny because I've been dealing with it. But like my parents actually have better hearing than me, like way better hearing. And I have also tinnitus, and there's no reason they cannot figure out why it's deteriorating, why it is as bad as it is. And so with that, I told my husband, I said, you know, I mean, who's to say that I don't go completely deaf in 10 years? That could very well possibly happen. And I'm aware of that. You know, I definitely have had to accept it. So I was like, why don't I just start taking ASL classes? And in the meantime, learn those, get everything underneath my belt. And there I could start working as an interpreter for the school. First, probably start off as a paraeducator, get my foot in the door. Especially with the site I work at, that is where the city or the town I live in. That's the school that I'm working at right now for my first assignment, has a deaf program. So that's where all the kids go. And they are in desperate need of paraeducators and interpreters. So I started taking that class. My class starts tonight. I missed the first one because I registered a little too late. But I'm also going to be doing that because I think it's really important, and my kids are completely aware of it. My husband is 100%, like I'm already starting to teach them some of the signs because I've been on my lunch break, or not lunch break, but on my little break that I get while I'm working. The group of kids that have hard of hearing, or deaf, I should say, because I think they're offensive if they say hard of hearing, so it's just deaf, are sitting at my table. And so I've really been interacting with the paraeducator there and the teachers, and just kind of picking up signs and learning really quickly, actually, and you know, talking to them as much as I can. And so they're all excited about learning that I'm going to be, you know, going to school for that and getting all that under my belt and getting certified as fast as I can so I can start doing that as well. So, can I take a deep breath now, or let out my breath? But basically, that is everything that has all happened in the matter of less than a month. It's been a lot. So just bear with me, everyone. I know you guys have been wondering, like, what's going on, Desiree? I am here. I am going to be scrapbooking. Definitely. Hopefully we'll have something up for you this Monday, because like I said, my Canon selfie comes in tomorrow. I hope that I have that up and running, and then I could be able to scrap a little bit while spending time with my family, and then have some stuff for you on Monday and start getting back into my routine. So I really appreciate your guys' patience. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. And if you are new to my channel, I do hope you consider subscribing, and you all have an amazing day. All right, bye everyone.